Letter 302 by Charles Lamb, EIH 16 Dec. 22. Dear Wilson, lightening, I was going to call you. You must have thought me negligent in not answering your letter sooner. But I have a habit of never writing letters, but at the office, 'tis so much time cribbed out of the company, and I am but just got out of the thick of a tea sale, in which most of the entry of notes, deposits, and usually falls to my share. Dardwell is willing, but alas, slow, to compare a pile of my notes with his little hillock, which has been as long a building. What is it but to compare Olympus with a molehill? Then Ward is a sad shuffler. I have nothing of Defoe's but 2 or 3 novels and the Plague History. I can give you no information about him, as a slight general character of what I remember of them, for I have not looked into them latterly. I would say that, in the appearance of truth in all the incidents and conversations that occur in them, they exceed any works of fiction I am acquainted with. It is perfect illusion. The author never appears in these self-narratives, for so they ought to be called, or rather autobiographies, but the narrator chains us down to an implicit belief in everything he says. There is all the minute detail of a log-book in it. Dates are painfully pressed upon the memory. Facts are repeated over and over in varying phrases, till you cannot choose but believe them. It is like reading evidence given in a court of justice. So anxious the storyteller seems that the truth should be clearly comprehended, that when he has told us a matter of fact, or a motive, in a line or 2 farther down he repeats it with his favourite figure of speech. I say so and so, though he had made it abundantly plain before. This is in imitation of the common people's way of speaking, or rather of the way in which they are addressed by a master or mistress, who wishes to impress something upon their memories, and has a wonderful effect upon matter-of-fact readers. Indeed, it is to such principally that he writes. His style is elsewhere beautiful, but plain and homely. Robinson Crusoe is delightful to all ranks and classes, but it is easy to see that it is written in phraseology peculiarly adapted to the lower conditions of readers. Hence it is an especial favourite with seafaring men, poor boys, servant maids, and his novels are capital kitchen reading, while they are worthy from their deep interest to find a shelf in the libraries of the wealthiest and the most learned. His passion for matter-of-fact narrative sometimes betrayed him into a long relation of common incidents which might happen to any man, and have no interest but the intense appearance of truth in them, to recommend them. The whole latter half or 2/3 of Colonel Jack is of this description. The beginning of Colonel Jack is the most affecting natural picture of a young thief that was ever drawn, his losing the stolen money in the hollow of a tree, and finding it again when he was in despair, and then being in equal distress at not knowing how to dispose of it, and several similar touches in the early history of the Colonel evince a deep knowledge of human nature, and putting out of question the superior romantic interest of the latter, in my mind very much exceed Crusoe. Roxana, first edition, is the next in interest, though he left out the best part of it in subsequent editions from a foolish hypercriticism of his friend, Southern. But Moll Flanders, the account of the plague, and C are all of one family, and have the same stamp of character. At the top of the first page is added, omitted at the end, believe me with friendly recollections, brother, as I used to call you, yours C. Lamb. Below the Dear Wilson is added in smaller writing, the review was not mine, nor have I seen it. Lamb's friend Walter Wilson was beginning his memoirs of the life and times of Daniel Defoe, 1830. The passage sent to him in this letter by Lamb he printed in Vol. Roman 3, page 428. Some years later Lamb sent Wilson a further criticism. See also letter below for the reference to Roxana. Dardwell we have met. Of Ward we have no information except, according to Crabb Robinson's diary, that he once accidentally discharged a pen full of ink into Lamb's eye, and that Lamb wrote this epigram upon him. What Ward knows, God knows, but God knows what Ward knows.